Hello and welcome to the Season 2 tour of Safaripark Beekse Bergen. Today we are going to take a walk through my Planet Zoo recreation of this amazing zoo, talking about the project and the zoo itself. And I'm not alone, I have two amazing guests with me today. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
Alright, my name is Stijn and I work as a biologist, a researcher for Safaripark Beekse Bergen for quite some time already.
And my name is Merkx and I am the zoo designer of Safaripark Beekse Bergen and other zoos of the Libema company.
Alright, thank you both so much for joining me today. We're going to have a walk around the digital Beekse Bergen today. I know you've both been following the recreation for a while already. Stijn, you're also a Planet Zoo player, so you know roughly what it took.
Yeah, I know the pain you have been.
Of course, when the zoo was first somewhat completed, I think 3 or 4 years ago now, Rick and I already did part of a tour. We didn't get around to finishing it.
Is it seriously already 4 years ago?
It's so long ago, yeah, I think so.
Guacamole.
Funnily enough, pretty much everything that we looked at back then has been completely changed now. Both in my file, but also in the zoo itself, of course, because you guys have been very, very busy.
Yeah, we had a very hard time challenging you. And when you were almost finished, I said, okay, we have to do another project because otherwise he will be finishing the zoo. Then we had a lot of projects actually, yes, last year.
Yeah. So let's finally get started over here at the entrance. And the first thing I want to point out is that when we toured the zoo last time, Rick pointed out the lack of a white elephant. So one of the first things I did was reach out to another Planet Zoo player, Drag, to help me make a custom elephant to put here so we can finally do this elephant justice and make Rick happy, of course.
Very, very nice. Yeah, the white elephant is like only one of the few trademarks of the safari park.
Yeah, it's very iconic. Now, behind the elephant, I've also made a few improvements to the entrance huts since last time. They're a lot more detailed now and even have employees standing inside of them. The guest services building hasn't really changed since last time. We still have an episode of Komt een aap bij de dokter playing in the background here. Lovely detail. Something that is new here, however, is this brand new kakhuis over here.
Yeah.
Which was a big upgrade.
No, well, actually, this was designed by our junior designer, Sam. And I actually hate the word kakhuis. I hate it. So I was like trying to make sure it never appeared in the safari park again. So the only toilet building left which had the name Kakhuis was the toilet building in Congo.
Nobody tell him about this one.
But then Sam decided to make this the Maburu Kakhuis, the best kakhuis in town.
I love it myself. I also love that you are all selling these signs now in the gift shop. It was like when I bought my apartment, around the same time that thing appeared in the gift shop and I was like, oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I need this in my own bathroom.
So I made this sign and people liked it. People like you, Jurjen, liked it. and now they are selling this freaking sign in the shop.
Yeah. But one really cool thing over here as well that's worth pointing out is that this is a changing places toilet. I think the first one in the Netherlands?
Yeah, that's true. Don't know if it was in all Dutch amusement parks or only in the Dutch zoos, but it was definitely the first, yeah.
Yeah, really cool. I love the focus that Libema has in all of their parks on accessibility and things like that, with also the playgrounds in Overloon and Eindhoven. It's really, really nice.
Thank you. We do.
Let's finally go into the zoo. And here on the entrance plaza, we can see a really good example of one of the things that makes this Planet Zoo project stand out from the others, the signage. I had to redo all of it over the past 4 years. I remember the manager telling me, yeah, we're going to have a new house style for the signs. You're going to have to change all of them. So that was fun.
I know when you were finishing your first project and we know we were changing house styles and we're going to rebuild some enclosures, we were a bit like, oh, who's going to tell him?
Yeah, but it gave me a chance to redo all of them in much more detail.
You even
Also
hang all the giraffe plush outside. Wow.
Yes. We got all the giraffe plushies, and also if we go into the gift shop, of course we have some gift shop items plus stuffed animals, and of course the signs are also in there as well.
Good. You made yourself some red panda souvenirs?
Yes. Yeah, of course I have to have those because those are my favorite animals.
I know.
So. But yeah, this gift shop should give you an idea of the level of detail that I went with this zoo. And it's actually one of the older buildings in terms of the recreation, so things will get much better as we get to the renewed Africa village especially.
Oh, this is crazy. I played some Planet Zoo and all these items and details, I just skipped it.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, redoing the signs actually allowed me to make them much more detailed, like the zoo map you see over here.
Do you have to make the sign also piece by piece? Or after a while there was an update, you can upload pictures, right?
Yes, that was an update. But at first those pictures weren't actually small enough, especially when it came to the animal information signs. So I just started to build them piece by piece by tracing the pictures of the real signs with these 2D font pieces that the game has, and I really like the challenge of doing that, and I like the way that they looked, so I did all of the signs that way just for consistency, but it was a lot of work. I think most of the signs took around 1 hour to make.
Yeah, dog.
But yeah, so over here we have the first animal enclosure. We've got the island with the gorillas. And this one got a small upgrade recently with these new climbing frames that were added.
Yeah, we did the new climbing frames and also the new planting areas.
Right.
To make it more of a jungle exhibit. And then the planting, like all of the planting areas are not done by design. So I made a very specific design for like all the sidelines and how I wanted people to have the views of the gorillas. And then they were doing the planting and the gardener, yes, they were there and they said, yeah, but the gorillas can climb into the trees or into the climbing frames, and then they can get into the planting areas. So they redid the planting areas on site. And so I only visited when they were just finished. And so the gardener was like, oh, and how do you like it? And I was just like,
oh, this is not at all what I wanted.
But it will be a jungle eventually, and then I think it will turn out nice. It's actually like we had a lot of conversation about the planting in the gorilla exhibit with other zoos all throughout Europe.
Oh, okay.
To make sure that we had planting which is gorilla proof.
Right. Of course, overlooking the gorillas, we have the Safari restaurant, or Baniyama as it's called nowadays. I haven't included the most recent changes to this place.
They're still there.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also not the most detailed interior that I've done.
Why? But you also did all the interiors.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, wow.
Yes, but over here, of course, there's a new toilet building and new entrance. So this is a little bit outdated, but yeah, that's just...
You even did the echo unit on the roof. Crazy.
As we come down here, this is another update that I gave a little bit of a facelift because I felt 4 years ago that you were slightly disappointed by the way that I built it.
Yes, this is actually one of my favorite spots in the safari park, and the fun thing about the sign you see there is we also had a sign with no entry, which was hanging underneath the warning mining area sign, but people actually thought they were not allowed to get in there, so we had to remove the no entry sign.
Yeah, do you know who did the study that showed that?
Let me guess, it was you?
Yes, it was me. I stood here all day counting people. And I also I made a different sign. I actually didn't remove the sign. I made a different sign that said like, be warned or be careful. I don't remember, danger, or I think it was. But I put that over the no entry sign, and then indeed like twice as many people went inside.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that detail. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I gave it a little update. We actually have a hole here now with all the leaves that are getting inside as they do in real life.
You included all the leaves.
Yes.
Oh, well.
But we also can hear some familiar voices. You are the guy saying, hey, bring me the coltan, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we did this, like the coltan mine. It's the first audiovisual education point in the safari park. We did it in 2018, and I'm really proud of it because it was the first time we were getting out of the box in the education signage.
Yeah.
And so when people are walking upwards to the coltan mining area, you certainly hear a voice which is saying, "Hey, Maku, where's my coltan? Bring me my coltan!" And we did.
Lures you inside, right?
Yeah, we redid that with the audio specialist who just moved all of the tones so it sound more deep and more like a slight dangerous voice.
Yeah,
but you actually seriously also have the content running on the laptop?
Yes, yeah. So I made like a little video with a Planet Zoo character that would then give the same idea across. And also we have all the different props. I think this is a really fun little educational area. I think it's about
crazy.
Yeah, there
the amount of detail is
wow.
crazy. You even made it a Skype call.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. The guy in the video, that's a friend of mine, and he's also making some great music. So it's actually very nice. He makes rap music, and we had this video. It was recorded in Safaripark, just in the studio. And before we went there, we just grabbed an very old piece of cloth and made it a little dirty. And we took some leaves out of the safari park and we put it behind the cloth and then put a lamp after it. So it looks like he's in the jungle, but it's actually just a studio in Safaripark.
Yeah, I almost thought it would have been like the event center. You've got a lots of nice props there, I think, to do stuff like that. So now it's time we start exploring some of the newer exhibits of the safari park, most of which were designed by Rick. So let's leave Moburu and head to the Black Rhino area.
So nice.
This sign has actually been moved back now, very recently I saw.
That's true.
But,
that's true, yeah, because they had to put a map on the point where this sign was.
They changed, the maps are a bit bigger now.
Yeah, that's true, because the wayfinding had to improve. And this fun thing about that sign is that the artist who made the sign, he did the rhino, the black rhino, but he did it too cartoony. So he had to do it 5 times over. I was getting sick of me because I was like, no, it has to be more realistic. It has to be like this. We had a lot of mailing about it. Beekse Bergen name was actually thought of by one of the rangers in the safari park, also a very good friend of as well, both Maya and Stijn as well. And he's saying like, maybe we can redo it and we can call it Beekse Bergen. And I was like, we had so much fun about that, and then we built a Black Rhino exhibit and I said, okay, let's put a sign in it. I really like it.
You even have like the path and then the bridge parts on the sides.
Yeah, which used to be the bridge of the car safari, of course.
Yeah.
But to come back to Beekse Bergen, I've always really loved this kind of lore building that you guys are doing with the zoo. It really makes the zoo feel like a real fictional place that you're visiting.
Yeah, and actually we wanted the Elephant Valley to be a part of the Beekse Bergen National Park. So I was thinking about making a map of the Beekse Bergen National Park, more of a themed map, where you can also see like this is the home of the Black Rhino, and this is the Elephant Valley area, Binamu and Emilia.
Have you ever considered also like involving the other zoos in that? That like the new part in Overloon is also part of that same universe in a way?
Oh, that would be great fun.
We can make our own like Avenger universe with our own zoos.
The Libema cinematic universe.
I always really like the part we just passed, where you can just from the lines already peek inside.
Yeah.
I think this is one
This
of
part.
the places no visitor in the zoo ever realize it, but I love it because when you're
Yeah.
lucky, there's a zebra or a gemsbok.
Yeah. I hope I can find the video of it because I have like years of video footage of Beekse Bergen. But one time I was walking up here and I think it was a gemsbok that was standing like right over there, and it was the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful, like sights indeed.
It's actually the fun thing is that the grasses you see there in the left, they were put there when the safari by car was still here. So this is actually the place where the fence now is, was the place where the visitors entered the old savannah area. So this remembers of the former car safari entrance. That's actually the sideline, and the most disgusting thing about it, because I really love it as well, but the
stable is
the
right
Rhino
there.
stable. Thank you for the zoom. Thank you for the zoom. Yeah. So I really, because the Black Rhino exhibit was like the first major project for me as a landscape designer. And I remember that I was so anxious that how the reactions would be, because it was definitely like the Safari Park new style, and it felt like a very, very high pressure. And I remember the only thing people said was, "That's an ugly stable."
Well, don't worry, I definitely have some nice things to say about it as well. But first, let's check out the second audio-visual education area you created, this poacher hut, where we can listen to a conversation between a poacher and their employer. And in here, we can once again hear both Rick and Stijn's voices as they are playing.
No, it's not me.
Oh, it's not you? Oh, I thought it was.
No, my voices are only in the other Libema part. I'm not in Beekse Bergen.
I could have sworn it was you.
Not yet, Stijn. No, the other voice is actually Rob.
Oh.
As well. Also the ranger. Who also,
I know him.
Who also said about the Beekse Bergen. He also is the voice of the poacher. And actually he was supposed to do both voices because Rob is very, very good at voices. But we were in the studio together. And then the director, she asked me to make an example of how I wanted it to sound like. And then she said, "Why don't you do it yourself?" So it was actually never the idea that I did the bad poacher man, but
No.
Yeah, but I think it works really well because it also helps with the recording probably that you have someone to play off of at the same time.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was meant for. Yeah.
Do you even have the horns in the boxes?
Yes. So in this box you will see some of the a little
yes,
bit less
yes.
bloody, but
Of course. Oh, and there's zebra tails on the roof.
Those details are a little bit hard to capture. And
The smoke.
Here the smoke's still working. That's good.
yeah.
Thank you, Stijn. Thank you.
So when this opened, there were some problems with gas flow, like people entering through the exit or not understanding they had to wait for the door to open. I think it's interesting to see those lessons kind of taken into newer areas similar to this, like the one that just opened at Zoopark Overloon, right?
Yeah,
And
it's
there's a traffic light.
Yeah, the traffic light indeed. Yeah.
Traffic light, but I don't know if it really works that well, and I think that it gets people out of the experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Would be a nice research, Jurgen. This also was very, very nice education point to design, and we have a very nice contractor, and he loves to build these buildings. Actually, all of the poacher cabin itself, like the orange one, it was built by very, very old wood, which was still in a carpentry nearby, and they weren't using it. It was outside already for years and years and years, and nobody wanted to buy it. So then we did, because it was like the perfect wood for the poacher cabin.
Nice and weathered, and
And actually, the jeep it is supposed to tell a story about Ashanti.
Yeah.
Like Ashanti is mentioned also in the show, and this jeep, there is like an exact similar jeep at the entrance of the Safari by car, and we still have to do the stamps on the. We wanted to have stamps on the doors, like Ashanti's meatware. And we are supposed to build a new entrance, like town, which will be Moburu.
Yeah.
And one of the shops will be Ashanti's shop. So she will get her own storyline throughout the Beekse Bergen National Park.
Yeah.
It's a storyline in a storyline.
And that could also be something that you can connect in Overloon again, where Ashanti is also selling bushmeat there or something. Yeah.
That would be great fun. That would be great fun.
So we're coming up on the black rhinos now.
I always like this view, but then visitors, you took the nice road via the educational side, but like 99%, even maybe 100% of visitors, they just cut the corner.
Yeah, everyone takes a shortcut.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Boo, visitors.
It's very, very poor design.
Yeah, no, when I was doing my research here, I also noticed so many times kids would go up to the education pillar, they would want to learn something, and the parents would just drag them along, like, no, we have so much to see, come.
Jurien, I'm so glad you still have this planting.
The planting.
Yeah, no, I really wanted to keep it.
It was removed. It was removed because there had to
for
be
the
a
light
very
safari,
big
right?
element of the light safari, and it never turned back. And I really like that you also put the tree poles, like the two sticks in the middle of the, like they are like they were supposed to hold a Judas tree, which is one of the most beautiful trees ever. But it died right away after the planting.
Oh, that's a pity.
But they always left the two sticks, which were supposed to hold it. And now, just before the light safari, there was a very tiny new offspring from the Judas tree coming up between those two poles. That's such a shame.
Yeah, no, that was a very conscious decision. Like, I know this is gone now because of the light safari, but it looks so much better with it. It's such a pity that it,
I'm so glad you hold on to it. Thank you so much.
Even the game guys driving around.
Yes, of course. Gotta have the full Beekse Bergen experience. Now, this is really such a beauty. Like, I think when we did the tour last time, we were still walking over the elevated walkways, and you were talking about wanting to create a more feet on the ground safari experience, and you did such a good job at accomplishing that. This is such an improvement over what was here before.
It's also a kind of physical thing, right? Like, when the people are higher than the animals, you are not getting any respect for the animals. And when you are on the same level, or maybe even slightly lower than the animals, you get such more respect for all that you see. And I really like to remove all the elevated pathways. And we're actually almost finished. There's only one left, and I think we will keep it because it's such a historical route. But
Yeah, and there's also, you need to create another pathway for the animals and the cars, of course, there.
Yeah.
Now, this is one of my favorite views in this area.
Bit more to the right.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Stijn. But the amount of times I've heard guests here say, oh, how come the rhino can't escape?
Yeah.
Because they don't see the moat. It happens so often.
Yeah.
And it just shows that you did such a good job here with the landscaping. So even though this was your first project, I just learned.
It was the first major landscape project, and I really like this viewing as well, because here between the path and the actual exhibit there's a lot of space, and we use that space to make a little hillside and make some elevations in the landscape, and that works out really, really well. Also, I'm very agreeing with that.
Yeah, and then as we get to this viewing point, we've of course got the landscape immersion as well with the African wild dogs in the background.
Yeah.
Hope I don't know if any of them will show up, but it doesn't happen that often in real life either.
They never do. They never do.
But from the other side, you can often see the rhino standing in the background from the car safari at least, so that's something.
Like this is also very nice. Actually, we were meant to keep all of the trees which were existing already in the area, and that's why the only thing I don't like about this exhibit is that all the trees are in the front, and there is a grassy plain in the back. So AB, the actual rhino, is very a lot of times she's a lot in the back. But the immersion works really, really well.
Yeah.
The only thing I really don't like about these exhibits are the
shelters.
The shelters, yeah.
Yeah.
This one a little. This one isn't that bad, but the other one is pain in the ass.
Yeah. Another thing is that quite often these trees need to be trimmed a little bit, or these bushes in here are exploding.
That's true. Yeah.
That's the nice part about Planet Zoo. They don't grow.
Yes, it stays exactly how you like it.
The greenkeepers will be so glad with you.
I don't think there are greenkeepers in Planet Zoo, right?
No. Maybe in the sequel. Who knows?
Well, it will be tough.
Also
Look,
greenkeepers in Safari.
Over here, it's still
over
working.
here. It's still working. Like we can turn it.
Nah, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, this is also we really were on the first steps into interactive education, so that children can listen on the phone, and when another child is directing the
antenna.
kind of antenna, then they hear a beep which is going faster. But I think now the phone even is broken, and people are using the antenna as a playing object. So people are
kids are like hanging from it.
Yeah, they're putting their childs on it, and it's
not the way it's intended. I also
you even did the whole evolutionary tree.
Yes, of course we have to.
We did it together as well in real life, Stijn.
Yeah.
Sadly, despite this sign being here, I still often hear people mixing them up. I'm like, okay, go right there, just click some buttons and.
People literally come over, and the first sign they see a hyena is not a dog, and people come in and they still shout, "Oh look, hyenas!" Just like right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it looks like the video isn't working, but I did actually put a video in here of some wild dogs as well.
Hey, there it is.
There is one lying on top of the burrows. Very cool.
I really like this glass viewing, because this is the actual den of the wild dogs. It's it has always been there, but formerly you only saw this exhibit from the safari by car or the safari by bus, and because the den is on the other side of the hill, the wild dogs were often on the wrong side of the hill, so people weren't allowed to see them. And now we put the walkway like with it, and here you see the elevated viewing, also the people are a little bit lower than the wild dogs, so you come really eye to eye when the dogs are standing there. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Especially when there's small children, I really like to enjoy the child enjoying the wild dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really well done.
Do they even enter the burrows in the game?
No, sadly they cannot, but it's still a nice thing to have. We're leaving the Black Rhino area behind us, and we're passing under the safari by car, heading towards the newest area of the zoo, the Elephant Valley, and to Binamu Emilion via Berito.
Binamu Emilion is Swahili for it's like a nephew Emilion, and Emilion is named after maybe you can tell, Stijn.
It was my field assistant, which sounds way more uncool than it was. But when I was in Tanzania for my master's studies, I stayed in the Serengeti for 5-6 months to do my research over there. And then I had this field assistant, and his name was Emilian, but he was like a father to me. He said, "Now you are here with me, so I am your father, and I will take care of you." So Rick actually came over to visit me in the Serengeti. And then Emilian showed us around all the time, and he took us everything. So he was more as a father to me than than a field assistant, but we named our coffee truck after
Right.
him. So you can go and get a coffee with cousin Emilian, which is a shout out to my dad from Tanzania. And everybody's just like, what's this weird stuff on the wall? But for me and Rick, it's very nice.
Oh, now I feel bad for not having built the coffee truck yet.
It's not working in real life either, so.
As we enter the Elephant Valley, the first enclosure that we encounter was actually the last thing to be completed about the project. It's the battered fox enclosure. Of course, the highlight here is this panoramic view with the savanna behind it. And last time you mentioned there used to be such a view with the old meerkat habitat and the white rhinos. I assume this was your way of bringing that back?
Yeah, and actually, this is the first time Stijn and I really worked it out together how it should be. Because there's a special sand. The sand was specially made for the meerkats. And Stijn did all of a study about what the perfect sand would be.
Right.
It was very, very nice cooperation.
Were there also some things to take into account with adding the battered foxes? Was that any challenge in designing the exhibit at all?
The major thing is the battered foxes are actually night active animals. So it's what the most challenging thing for this exhibit is how to show people which aren't active.
Yeah.
That's why the shelters are in the rocky wall, and they also have some heating in it.
Ah, okay, that explains why. Yeah, they are pretty much always like. Very often you can find them in here, or
yeah. That works quite well. But actually, the combination with the meerkats isn't working out very, very good. I think because the meerkats are very, very dominant over the battered foxes. Is there something smelling?
Yeah, the keepers need to come get the food. It's.
Oh, wow. Is this new in Planet Zoo that the food can rot?
It has always done that.
Really?
Maybe you're just better at managing your zoos and you never had the issue.
Well, the first zoo me and Rick ever built in Planet Zoo, we had to the protesters, so I'm not quite sure.
Immediately. There was immediately,
okay. Yeah. And over here, what used to be in the location of that exhibit,
Stijn!
the panorama sign.
Have you read it, Jurien?
Of course.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Well, that's not an open question. What do you think about it?
I think it's really cool. I love flipping through it. I've seen guests also really like flipping through it. I think the old location was a lot better. I think now people don't walk past it as much anymore. But yeah, I really like the uncovering what's on the savannah and getting like a closer look, especially when you flip something over and it really zooms in on a smaller animal as well.
We actually placed it on the place that it kind of made sense for Beekse Bergen. So if you start on the left, you see the wild dogs and the black rhino, and then you get some zebras, and then it was kind of in line with the lions, where you could see the lions, and then all the way in the back, nobody really knows it, but there's the chimpanzee area. So that's where you have the chimpanzee. So it was kind of in a panoramic view of the safari park, and then every time you could zoom in onto something that was going on, and it would teach you something about savanna ecology even. The whole part about fire was what I was doing in Tanzania. So I put it in there, and nobody likes it. So it was judged as my first failed educational point.
Oh.
Serious? Woo.
They said nobody reads it.
Oh.
I remember that the time we were brainstorming about the educational sites for the Black Rhino area, and Stijn said, "I want to have a panorama festijn." It was very, very nice. Great fun of doing that.
It was nice. I think it's 8 meters or something like that. So it's very big.
Yeah, it's very, very big.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of information on it, so I like it.
I think people don't tend to read all of it, but they will at least flip through 1 or 2 things when they walk past it.
That's enough. You need to have a reason to come back.
Yeah.
I did not finish the panorama festijn.
So yeah, over here we have the Elephant Valley already. one of the largest projects, I think, in recent times.
I think ever.
Ever.
I think we never did such a project. Elephant Valley.
Yeah.
Gigantic. And not only in scale, but also in time. Because we had 3 elephants, which were like ticking time bombs because they were going to get calves.
Yeah.
So we had to finish it before the calves were born. And whoa, we built this actually in 3 months. We
Yeah.
started in February and we opened it in May. It was like a race against time. It was crazy.
Yeah, of course, it wasn't completely finished. All the things around it were still being worked on.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And the aviary, for example, it was very late because I think it was only at the end of summer. It was only then it was finally finished. It was a gigantic building pit in the center of the park. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, when I think back of that time, it was a crazy project.
Yeah. Yeah, but it definitely ended up really, really nicely. I think it's a phenomenal enclosure, especially with the sidelines you get with the other enclosures, like over here as we get to the aviary. Yeah, standing inside the aviary and seeing the elephants walking around in the background, especially in real life, you barely see the netting because of how fine it is.
I was so bluffing through this because I really, really wanted to have an aviary with the savannah experience. So I said, well, we are just going to stretch the nets so you won't see the nets. And everyone was like, oh, that's not possible. I was like, no, you won't see the nets. I was bluffing myself through it all the way. And then the nets finally came. And I was like, oh no, you're going to see the nets.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad it worked out because it was really, really bluffing.
But yeah, I do wonder, was it not possible? I know that all the newer aviaries are very much bird flu proof nowadays. But was it not possible to do something like they have at Blijdorp, where this area is open but is possible to be closed? Or because I will say that's the only thing I don't really like is having to look through these mesh windows.
No, I understand. I completely agree. But these are for the rats actually.
Oh. Because
the rats were getting into there was supposed to be rats in the aviaries. And the zookeepers really, really wanted to get rid of the rats, so that's why the whole aviary all around has this mesh on the lower side. You didn't do it in the game. That's perfectly fine. But in the real life, the lower part is like the steel mesh, and at this viewing point, it was like, okay, but when we open it, the rats can go through the viewing point.
Yeah,
so
they will still be able to go inside.
Yeah, then we decided to make all of the wall in the mesh because otherwise it would be glass, and I really don't like glass viewing because you don't hear the animals anymore, and especially in this aviary, the weaver birds, they make such noise, and it's so nice to watch.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree that it's better than glass. That makes sense. I didn't know it was for the rest. I always thought that the lower. I always thought that the lower mesh was just to prevent, I don't know, like the birds pecking through it or maybe stuff like that. But
it's actually for unwanted guests like martyrs, foxes, that kind of animals, and also rats. Yeah.
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Did you also recycle the?
Yes.
The look of it?
Yeah.
Used to be in.
Yeah, this used to be the viewpoint of the African wild dogs, and you moved it like a couple of meters, and I could just indeed also pick up my own version of it and just put it in the right spot again. And
this is actually one of the biggest mistakes I made in the Elephant Valley project.
Having this elevated?
Because it's elevated, and now the way up is very, very steep because there is a service road, and then you have to get up because of the viewing point.
Yeah.
And when it was finished, I found the time to think about, okay, what happened? Like, what the fuck happened? And then I thought, oh, this shouldn't be an elevated viewing spot. This should be on the ground, so like on the ground level, and there should be a moat between the visitors and the animals, so that you don't have to walk up and down. because this is actually a place where the site is not that nice. You only see fences and you see a lot of the backstage terrain.
Yeah, that's true.
And also because the people have to go up and down the gravel, it's flushing away when it rains.
Yeah.
So
when we get to this point, this is a viewing point that in the past you already said that you don't like how much fence you see here, and you kind of solved that a little bit at least by adding lots of more of these hills and stuff.
Yeah, this is also due to time. Like we didn't have like the nice proper time to do it very, very nice. We had to redo all the fences, and meanwhile we were doing the exhibit, so we tear it down. Then we did a little bit of landscaping, but also they were putting the fences already. So it's a very, very big time issue, because like the shelter here as well, that should be completely integrated into the hill, of course, and made with some trees and maybe some rocks. But now it's just a wooden shelter, and
it was a bit last minute.
Yeah, it's a bit last minute. But the actual viewing spot, like what you see now, this was designed by Eric, and I think this is still where it is and where it always was. And I really, really like this kind of viewing points, because these are still from my childhood time. When I was very, very young Rick, and I was walking through the Safaripark, I still recognized this viewing spot, so I really, really wanted to keep it. And also, of course, it's the place where Stijn and I put our storks.
Back in the glory days.
Back in the glory days of
we were paid to make baby storks for the cheetahs.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right, yeah, I mean the cheetahs have offspring so often. That's just a really awesome thing.
Yeah, now, well, I don't know, can you also see it from above, Jurjen?
If I want, yeah. We have to take away some of the trees, but yeah, we got this, the tunnel of love, right?
Yes, we call it the Lover's Lane.
Oh yeah, Lover's Lane, right.
And actually that works quite well. So this is 3 cheetah exhibits, and the center one, the middle one, there is a female there, and then the male is going into the Lover's Lane, and he's going along the fence, and then the zookeepers can see if he is interested in mating, or she, and then
More
they
often
open
she
it.
than he.
More often, yeah, he always wants.
We have to look if she's okay with him.
Right.
But it works out really, really well, this Lover's Lane.
Yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, and of course it's also on the education sign over here.
Yeah.
Let's explain.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
It's partly also why you see so many fences, because it really helps to move cheetahs around and let them see where we have a match, because the females are quite picky in their for their partner. So with zebras, you put a male and a female together, and often it just works. With cheetahs, it's quite. You need a lot of possible combinations.
Right. Yeah, and then we have the hyenas over here, which got a really good upgrade as well compared to their old exhibit, I think. I love the sidelines with the elephants that you get over here. That's just...
I really like it as well. This is our male hyena enclosure, but I saw a video of yours which was like rating hyena exhibits all throughout Europe, and I heard you mention the gate.
Yeah, if we go to this viewing point over here, then it sticks out quite a lot.
I really hate that gate, and it's also due to time, because I really wanted the gate, of course, to be as high as the rocky wall so that you don't see the stables behind it. But the contractor just took a standard gate. And this is also a time issue, but I really don't like it. And then I hear you mention it, because everyone says, "Oh, Rick, nobody sees, nobody is mentioning that." And now I heard you say that.
See, they do see it. Yeah, it does stick out a little bit, but still, this viewpoint is just with the water and everything. Yeah, it still looks really, really amazing. So
Yeah, it was all shaped around that big oak tree. I really wanted to keep the oak tree, but the oak tree is a bit lower than the rest of the exhibit. So the Hyena Creek is actually leveled on base of that major tree.
Right.
Now you see very nice the elephants in the back.
Yeah.
This very nice immersive spot,
Yeah,
right?
it's so good. It's so good.
I
Even
can't
the,
wait.
the
Also,
water bug.
Yeah,
I
the water
can't
bug
wait
is also
to-
walking
for
around
the-
there. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
can't wait for the green to be fully grown so that you don't see the fences anymore. That that must be great.
Yeah, because that's also one spot where the immersion breaks a little bit. So as you get into this part, then you really see the walls very.
Oh, thank you so much for mentioning that. But actually, this is also a fun story because the 3 trees in the front, they were actually meant to be gone. So the wall would be from the hyena fence straight to the right side.
Oh,
So
yeah.
and then we were doing the cutting of all the trees which had to be cut for the making of the Elephant Valley. And then I thought, oh, but these 3 trees, they are so nice together, and I want them. So that's why there's a very, very, when you see it from above, it's also a very weird spot because it's a very weird corner in the exhibit. But it's only to keep these trees.
Yeah, I mean, they're nice trees. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
we spent
but,
quite some time, Rick and I, there just looking at trees and seeing, let's keep this one, and then we need to keep this one, and redo all the plants on the.
But I think when you look back now, Jurien, then you don't see the wall, right?
No, not as much. Especially like indeed if this all grows in nicely.
Yeah,
then.
that should be growing. Yeah, but now actually I have to be honest. That's the only time I did a last minute change to my design, and I think it's also the last time I
Backfired.
to do it again, because now, yeah, I'm agreeing with you. The wall is a shitty wall.
But I do think guests like to see it because when they pass first, they are really worried about the hyenas and the elephants and the antelopes. So I think often it's good to say, "Oh, thank God, there
thank
is
God,
a separation."
they're actually safe. Yeah, that's another way to look at it, I guess.
Yeah, you did the Binamu Emilian.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, that's
There's
it.
the car.
Oh, I
Not
thought
the
it was a
yellow,
different
but
one.
the car, the blue car with the yellow. Oh, shout out to Daddy Emilian.
It's
Right,
actually
yeah,
it's an old vegetable car. It was in the Autotron in the early days when the Autotron was still a car museum, and it was outside standing at the Autotron, and the office is at the Autotron. So I was doing my lunch walk around, and I saw this car, and I was like, "Wow, that's crazy!" So I asked Derek Lips, what's with this card? And he's like, "Oh, would you like to have it? Please have it because it's standing awfully in the way." And then we made the Binamu Emilian of it.
Oh, that's really funny. Like, indeed, in a big company like Libema, you have a lot of different ways where you can source interesting things, I guess. That's fun. But yeah, we are standing in the updated Africa village. I was planning to update this area. I'm very happy that I waited until you guys were finished because, yeah, like you said in our previous story, you were not a fan of all those paintings.
I hate. Oh, it was such a shame that we did this childish paintings, murals on the huts. I really wanted to be more authentic, and so I'm really glad we did that last year.
Yeah, I'm also
Actually,
really glad because I was just about to start with making all the paintings again, but now in a lot more detail, like you can see over here. But I stopped because I noticed that the things had been painted, so I thought, okay, maybe something's happening here. So that saved me a lot of work.
All the facade, all the cladding was done with hand, actually. So you see see still the hand. And this hut you see right now, that was supposed to be the entrance to the bus safari.
Oh.
Actually, the big road in the back. It's now a service road, but it was meant to be for the bus safari. So you see a little bit of the path here in the right side in the screen.
Yeah.
Between the paths, that was going to be the waiting line.
Yeah.
And you had to enter the waiting line through that hut. Then you had a nice walk around in this spot, and you get into the right hut, the hut on the right. which has 2 doors actually. You got in, then you get out, and then you walk all the way up to the place where you could enter the bus.
Right, so
but we never realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see. So now they use it for storage now. But
there was a mention there at some point.
And you also make a mention.
Yeah.
People are not supposed to see that, Jurjen.
Yeah, but if you're standing over here and you have a camera and you zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, but that's why there's no planting as well in that area. And also the other hut, which was supposed to be the entrance, that's the old goat,
the goat stall,
stables.
Right? Yeah.
That's why there's a door. The lower door was meant to be open.
Yeah, and now it's
such details, man. You even made it. Wow.
Yeah, it's fun to see it all. How does it feel to see all of it like that?
Like, it's crazy. Because last time we were visiting your park, obviously there was not that much which I designed, and now it's crazy that you did all these recreations with all these details. It's crazy. So because this is also the interior of the shop. Wow, I saw it in the trailer. It's like, wow.
Yeah, this was a very nice couple of afternoons.
Look at a happy shopkeeper.
Yeah, they were
very happy shopkeeper.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they updated the game that you can change the color of the employees, so that could also match. I was super happy about that. But yeah, this was a lot of work. But this was such a fun little building with all of the props and details all over the place.
I love it.
It's so.
Oh,
nice.
Jurjen, so nice. Actually, there was supposed to be a projection on the ceiling.
Oh,
So now this is black in real life, but we wanted to have a sheet, and we wanted to project an African sky. So that children would get in and they say, "Wow, mom, look!"
Wow.
And then they get in.
Buy me all the things.
Exactly, and that would be very nice because we wanted to have the projection of the African sky, and then sometimes a pelican would come over, and sometimes there would be a vulture circling around. And at Halloween, for example, there would be a witch on a broomstick, which is coming all around, like a slide. Snip to the original Zoo Tycoon.
Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah.
But unfortunately, there was no budget for that at the end.
Yeah, well, it still looks really
This
amazing.
is the Waru snack was actually called Waru Mzungu. Because we were in Tanzania and Stijn mentioned that every African is saying to the white tourist people, "You're a Mzungu." So I would like to be Waru Mzungu because that would mean potato of the white man. Because it's fries we're selling in an African village. But now it's just Waru snack, it's just potato snack. So it's also cool because someone at marketing discovered that Mzungu was a word for white man. And then they said, ooh, that would be...
Maybe not, yeah.
Maybe not, but
we thought it would be very funny, but
it would be really, really funny.
It would be. Yeah, I could see their side as well. And snack is also, it makes it a bit more obvious to the people what you can buy there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You even made the cans that have a light.
Yes.
The cans are actually imported from Africa. These are African cans of African soft drinks, because we wanted to have like themed lighting in the former toilet building in the African village. So the first step of the African village redoing.
Yeah.
And then I really wanted to have these cans because these are actual cans that in some places in Africa they make oil lamps out of these cans.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, Jurjen.
Yeah, this is one of the most detailed things I've ever made, and I'm so happy about it.
Even the floor, the tiles in the floor.
Yes, yeah, all those.
I spent hours with the tiling company to make that design because Harry, our other designer, he did the interior of the restaurant, and he designed he designed this pattern because I really wanted to have tiles in the floor. I wanted to do something with the floor, so he designed these kind of carpets of tiles, but it didn't fit. And for your interest, I don't know if you're interested or not. I'm going to tell it anyway. The concrete floor, it was put but the places where the tiles were lowered. So they aren't at the same level of concrete as the rest of the floor. So the tiles had to fit exactly into these lower areas. So I spent hours at night with the tiling company and just discussing how can we fix it because the tile wasn't fitting in the proper design of Harry. We had a lot of time, and now I love you. Even put the effort in the flooring.
Yeah, we also have Ria. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Ria.
The cleaning lady.
The cleaning robot.
No, not really.
Yeah. Oh well, I guess it's an inside joke from the restaurant employees. They told me that Ria is the hardest working employee of the Mugunda restaurant.
Rhino time.
Yes, we are. Oh, we're on the green roof.
It bloomed out.
Oh, that's not a bad thing to show. But yeah, so we have the little terrace over here that gives us a really nice view of the separation yard of the rhinos. Which
even did the poles, like they were painted green. They are corroding, and you even redid that. Oh, jeez.
Even made it rusty.
Yeah, of course. And then over here, they finally made a gate again to the stalls, but I haven't seen it open yet. I don't know if that will ever happen.
No, because now we did the pathway, and it was supposed to be open again, but the actual visitor space, it's in that poor condition. That
it's been closed for
a
long time, of course.
Yeah, we really have to paint it again and make some nice education in it. So that must be a project in the future, and then we can reopen it again.
Yeah.
What happened to the rhino inside? Was it sleeping?
I think it was sleeping. I have death turned off, so it's not. It shouldn't be.
Okay.
But yeah, this is also.
Seriously, are the animals dying as well?
No, they're well, they can, but I turned it off in.
Really?
You even made all the chairs.
Yeah, I found out while doing this that there's a lot of different kind of chairs over here.
Yep.
Yeah, we put a lot of work in it.
Yeah.
Didn't you wish you could make more beautiful trash cans?
It's funny you say that because my trash cans were so much worse before. I actually had another Planet Zoo player called Lion and make these ones for me, so I'm super happy with them. But of course, you mean the trash cans could look a lot better in general, like in the real park as well.
Could have made it so much. And I saw you have a fake stork in the tree.
Yes, I love this one. That this one's always sitting right there on that tree.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stork nests in the park, so yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. So before we head on to the white rhinos, I think I want to go back and look at the rest of the Elephant Valley first.
You even shuffled the chairs.
Of course.
I always
Parents are sitting here watching their kids, so they need to put the chairs in the right direction. But what I like here is that these are for the most part, the same playground elements as were at the old Africa village.
These are actually the exact same.
Except for this one's new, I think, but the rest.
Yeah, that's true. We just added some. Yeah.
In Planet Zoo, you cannot see it, but in real life, you can literally see which are the new ones and the old ones.
Yeah, I did it a little bit. Like this one's a little bit lighter in color than these ones. But what's fun is that they were moved twice, right? Like at first they were moved like where the terrace is now, and then when Mugunda was starting to be built, they were moved again.
Yeah, and it was a biggest wish because in the former African village you had the terrace at one side and the playground all the way at the other side of the African village, and like the food stands were just in the middle. It was very, very poor layout, and the biggest wish was we had a new restaurant with a terrace and the animals and the children's playground all in one sideline.
Yeah, and that's definitely accomplished.
And I really, what I like most, I think, about Mugunda is that it's the final piece of the puzzle. So we
Yeah.
did the black rhinos, we did the elephants, we did the rhino plains, and then and the last thing we did was put a restaurant just in the middle, and everyone was like, wondered even like, how? But it's like it's made for it, and it's
It was.
because it is.
Yeah, all those 3 parts were part of like one bigger master plan, right? So a lot of thought went into the combination of all of that, with this being the final piece. Yeah, definitely the one upside of the pandemic, that it gave you guys the time to do such a massive project here. Now then, let's head across the rest of the terraces
Wow.
and wrap up the Elephant Valley by looking at the 3rd interactive education area you guys have built. And I love how these education areas have evolved over time, right? We started with the coltan mine, which was relatively simple with a screen and some audio. Then the poacher hut had even more moving parts and audiovisual interactions. And now we've upgraded even more as we go into this hut over here, where we're going to learn about the Elephants and Bees project by listening to a freaking hologram talking in here. That is talking to us about the villagers and the farmers.
Hey, look at him. Oh, wat kan ik daartegen doen?
Yes. Yeah. This was really fun to make, and it's such a cool little area. I love the education here. I think the only thing I have with it is that I can tell it's a little bit long. A lot of people don't stand here to listen to the whole story.
That's true.
But it's...
This idea was actually, I think it was in the, mostly I have these ideas in the Christmas holidays, so there must be a new idea coming up anytime. You're hearing the story, and you had to have visuals of it.
Yeah.
So then I first thought of medicine man,
The shaman.
which was throwing things in the fire that would become big issues, but everyone said no, it's not the Efteling thing. So we redid the Efteling village, and we had to search for a proper, decent kind of people who live actually in Kenya, who suffer from the elephant attacks, and then we found out that we had to do it with a Kikuyu. And the guy who's playing the role in the show, he is an actual Kikuyu.
Yeah.
And that's why we really wanted him to do it, because one of the things we also hear, of course, is that it is not that understandable. You have to listen very carefully to understand what he is saying. But we did it, and I'm glad to hear that you like it. And I agree with you that it may be a little long, but I think, how could it be that you put in an actor, you put in music, you put in animations, there's so much happening, and still people don't have the time to see the show. The show is actually only 1.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's such little time, but
They're too focused on, I want to see animals or whatever, to want to take something like this home with them. It's
and that's I also think it's a pity, because I'm really, really proud of this show.
You should be. It's really nice. I think, especially with him not being super understandable at times, something you could do is, because you have the smoke effects and the paintings coming up in the smoke anyway, it might not be too far-fetched to have subtitles appear in the smoke, but maybe that will also pull you out completely. It might also ruin it. I don't know.
No, but that could be maybe.
But it's nice. He even's wearing traditional Kikuyu clothes his mother sent over from
that's
Kenya
so cool.
to him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because
And
people
also,
like, what is he wearing? It's literally the clothing from their tribe.
But I love the way that it's introduced at first in the enclosure with the feeder over there, which you can then also see through the hut. This is such a nice framing over here.
Maybe the people that will watch this, they may maybe not have been here. So to explain a little bit, the story the guys in the hologram is telling about human-wildlife conflict, that a lot of elephants are raiding his village, So we actually made one of the houses as a feeding station for the elephant. So you go inside of the house, you hear the story. He's telling about the struggles they sometimes have with living with elephants. And as he says, we gave one of our houses to the elephants, and then you come out and you can see them eating from this house.
Yeah. Yeah, which...
And actually there was a lot of wooden poles sticking out of it, which was Clusiana, which is one of the hardest kinds of wood there is. And the zookeepers were like, "We are not going to. They will demolish it immediately." But I said, "No, it's like steel, and they won't. And then they were, for the first time, they were loose in this exhibit. And Calimero, he went up there and he just started eating this wood. He just tear it down and he was eating it. And I was, what is he doing? How is that possible? So when you look very close now, you can see through this gap, you can see a tiny piece of wood still left. But it was like immediately done. And all the zookeepers were like, "I told you so." What the?
Also really nice here in the distance. You can again see the hyenas walking around. So freaking cool.
I'm very curious now, let's try.
Yes. Yeah, really awesome. And then of course, as you after you learn about the elephants and bees projects, you can come up over here and hit the beehives to hear the bees inside. I think it's such a fun detail as well.
You really did it very, very proper.
Yeah.
Like it's so
It's
cool.
all so strangely familiar. Like,
yeah, it's almost like I've seen it before.
It's so one-on-one. It's crazy.
Yeah, but this
Especially when it's weirdly how you know. Of course, you know all the details, but now you look at it, you're like, yep. You know all the things that are not supposed to be there.
Yeah, especially because here in Planet Zoo, of course, I've had to place everything intentionally, so it stands out a lot more. So here's maybe an interesting question. What happened to the... originally there was going to be water over here, right?
Once again, I have to tell, time was our biggest enemy. And here was planned a very, very nice immersive water hole, which would get over the concrete wall.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It would get up to here, like something like that.
Yeah. So you would be at the edge of a lake, and on the other side of the lake, the elephants would be bathing in it. So that would be like crazy. Like, how is this possible? But it leaked, and we weren't able to fix it in any proper way. So we just removed all of it, and we made the water hole on the other side of the habitat. And that was actually already in the design. We spoke about that because that's just the groundwater level.
Right.
So it's not a artificial.
Yeah, you don't have to make it waterproof.
It's just the actual groundwater level.
Yeah.
So that's why it's moved to the other side of the. And I don't really like that because now you have the water hole and the aviary and the toilets and the playground. It's all in the same spot. And I really wanted it to be all around the area.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it didn't work out as we hoped it would.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, of course.
Yeah, because there's no... You have to engineer everything yourself, right? There's no one saying like, okay, when you want to make an elephant pool, you have to make it like this. So you really have to do a lot of engineering, and we simply just didn't have the time to do that proper.
Yeah. So let's leave the Africa village behind us because there's another major rework that was done in this area. From the terrace of the restaurant, we could already see the new white rhino enclosure. So let's check that out right now. So as we walk up to it, on our left, who've gotten their own little space since the rework. And then to our right, we have the white rhino field. I think the rework of this place opened like 2-3 years ago now.
It was 2022.
Oh, really? 4 years almost. More than 4 years.
Yeah.
And we can quite proudly tell you now, Jurien, you need to add a little bit of grass.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. It's starting to get a lot greener. Yeah.
We put a lot of effort in it this year to make it a green plain again.
But yeah, there's lots of fun things. We have the wadi.
Turn around the camera. Yes. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Stijn.
Saved you.
The planting is not doing quite well in the Rhino plains, and especially the part where you must not see the backstage part, of course.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the planting is not doing that well in this part of the park. Along the route, it's okay, but
Yeah, except in the baboon enclosure.
Oh. yeah.
What I notice here is that the backs of these shelters are getting exposed as the dirt is.
That's true, and actually there should be a lot more sand on that island so that the baboons could also dig and stuff. And we just did it with what we had.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough sand, but we should bring them. Yeah.
Did you also, can you put 18 male baboons together in the game?
I think you can.
Oh.
This enclosure only has males because.
How is it going?
Fine, I guess. For those who don't know, this is one of the only baboon bachelor groups out there, so it's quite special. And a lot of research is being done here. Planet Zoo does have a bachelor group mechanic, so it should work in the game as well, as far as I know. But I wouldn't know because this is a sandbox zoo. I have welfare turned off, so it should always work.
You turned off welfare.
Yeah, so they're always happy.
Okay, I'm
They're
leaving.
always happy. But yeah, now we get to the kind of main view, I guess, of the white rhino field, and we can really take in the scale of this place. I love that you can still kind of tell where the old walking route was next to this bit of water.
Yeah, that's actually because of the water from the flamingo aviary. Yeah. It's coming out of that awful pipe and it's streaming then along the rhino plains into the boat safari. Yeah. I really love that there's hills in the back. Oh, it's such a shame we don't have them in real life.
Yeah,
we should buy all of these farmer lands and make these hills in real life.
Oh, yeah. Now you just see Tilburg.
Yeah, you see the skyline of Tilburg.
Yeah, the map isn't big enough for that, sadly. Yeah.
No, the hills are way better.
But it's not accurate. But this was also a really nice improvement, right, for the animals, but also for the walking route as well, eliminating another one of those elevated walkways.
Exactly. Yeah, I this is like on my wish list. It was on my wish list like since I was 13 or 14, I think. The first time I was walking here, because when I was young, I was a big fan of gorillas and chimpanzees, and I was a big fan of Beekse Bergen as well. And I remember very, very good that I was walking there in 2006, and it was just opened and renewed, and I was walking on that elevated walkway, and I was thinking, oh, this is great, this is wow, good. And then later on I thought, no, it's not good at all. Actually, it used to be better. And then I became a ranger on the safari boat, and then all the times
you're just looking
sailing along.
Yeah,
I was thinking, oh, that should be gone. It would be so much better when it's gone. Yeah. And now actually we're planning as well on, it's a little spoiler, but we are planning to redo the flamingo aviary.
Oh, thank God, because that was going to be my next thing. Like, what the hell happened here?
Yeah, it's not that. No, I know. Yeah, yeah, no, please. we know as well.
Yeah, it's such
because
a pity.
This is obviously for the bird flu,
yeah.
And I think it's the most poor way of preventing.
Yeah, why couldn't they just put the net around the original viewing deck?
That's a very, very good question. And I really don't know. Yeah. No, it's like the viewing deck is also very poor, and underneath the viewing deck there's the stables of the flamingo, so we cannot remove the viewing deck.
Yeah, I know.
But we really want to redo it, and then the current aviary space will also become part of the rhino plains.
Oh, okay. So they will move somewhere else.
Yeah, and I really actually want to have a low viewing point on that spot.
Yeah,
that would be great.
So next up, we're getting to the neighbors of the baboons, and I guess the reason the pathway still needs to be a little elevated, because we're crossing the chimpanzee enclosure via this bridge over here.
The Livingstone is on.
Yeah, the Livingstone
going around.
Is it actually sailing?
It looks like it, but it's stationary. You cannot make them move, sadly. Yeah. Then, down here we get to the main island where the chimpanzees spend Most of their time.
It's quite a big termite.
Yeah.
It should be like that.
But then we have the updated primate house, which has been changed recently. Like the aviary is gone now, the gorilla statue is gone.
Yeah, this is one of the projects that Beekse Bergen has its own projects as well. So I'm not involved with any project, and this was actually just a maintenance project because it was in such poor condition. So the technical staff did it themselves, and I think now it isn't quite of an improvement. Like it's not the new style that I would really love the Safaripark to be.
You even removed one of the windows at the chimps, or not?
Yeah, I think that was a scale issue. Indeed,
it's true now because Inosha found a rock and she broke one of the glasses, which it's three-way glass, so it's only the one side of the glass. So the glass was still safe, but the visitors were getting afraid.
Yeah.
So it's been covered now with wood plank because we actually like to have a little less view on the chimp so they can hide a bit better.
Yeah, that's also nice.
So it's like, you even updated the glass.
Yeah, happy accident, I guess.
Yeah.
Now we are getting into.
She's shaping her own environment.
We're getting into a bit of. I guess this is now one of the few areas in the zoo where we still have the brick path instead of the green road.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
Now it's so poor. The old Merkx exhibit is still there. The aviaries aren't that good anymore. I think this will be one of the next areas we're going to redo.
This will be Rick's Christmas idea. will be this area.
Is that how it usually goes? Like you propose things, or do they often come to you? How does that sort of process work?
Yeah, they always come to me. Like all the ideas are coming from the park, but of course we have a future vision, and I was involved in making the future vision as well, as did Stijn, as did a lot of people, and we are currently working on a renewed future vision because it's already 5 years old now. So then we are brainstorming about what parts of the park we really should redo. And that's sometimes because of aesthetics, but it's also mainly a welfare, of course, to improve the welfare, or just getting new experience for the visitors.
Yeah.
Get our Livingstone, wow.
Yes, and the yak in the background.
That's so nice.
But yeah, so we of course are skimming by the tiger exhibits.
I think now the greenery is doing proper in this area of the park. I think I'd like it a bit more, but I always thought that these aren't 2012 worth tiger enclosures. I don't like them that much, but they are too new to redo, unfortunately.
Yeah, and here we have the next aviary, which also unfortunately had to be bird flu proofed. Because this used to be one of my favorite viewpoints.
Yeah, it's beautiful, huh?
It's an amazing place to sit.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of people go here, so it's also a nice and quiet place usually. Which maybe not, it's good for me, but maybe you guys don't like that people aren't going to places. But.
I do like it. It's very important, I think, that you have spots in your zoo where you can find rest and peace and just a quiet space to enjoy the animals.
Yeah.
We also move around the zoo, so it's nice to have places where you can
hide from people. Yeah, and the reverse landscape immersion of the tigers, and then we have the
first landscape immersion,
crocodile and hippo building, which hasn't really changed since the last time we toured the zoo.
Oh, I always thought it's
a fat one.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that happy keeper doing his welfare assessments. Look how happy he is. So proud of the keepers.
Here you can definitely tell that that I had to build the zoo at a scale down, like 1:1 to 1.5 scale, because the hippo definitely looks very big in his backstage here.
I was already wondering, like a lot of the times the animals look so big,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you have to kind of scale it down.
yeah, because Beekse Bergen is like 1.5 kilometers long, and the Planet Zoo
bigger.
map is 1 kilometer, so that's why that's the case.
This waterfall, I think, is what I hate. I hate it. The one who thought this was a good solution. It was before my time, but what the hell, really? How is that possible?
Yeah. So this changed recently as well. It used to be wooden walkway. You already mentioned that the one at the Flamingos wasn't good enough anymore. I suppose the same was the case here?
Yeah, true. And now we have a new technical. We have a manager of the technical services, and he's really getting rid of all of the wooden viewing points and redoing them with bricks. And to be honest, I don't like that too much, because I think the wooden viewing points are also a kind of safari, yeah, and a kind of experience on its own. You experience it on another way when you're on wood than when you're on stone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's very.
These are still old sign.
Yeah, then over here, yeah, this was also, of course, closed off for the reflu.
Which is such a beautiful spot, actually, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the water. And especially when there's no screaming kids, all of the birds come forward a bit more, and it's really nice.
One of the places that it's really day and night difference between summer and winter, because almost all the plants in this aviary lose their leaves in winter. So now it's a very open, barren aviary, but then in spring you can it's completely filling up. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful. And one of the bird keepers, one of the former bird keepers, the bird keepers are really, really into doing exhibit design on their own. And so that's with all the aviaries. I really like that the bird keepers are putting so much effort in the landscaping, and
they're really
like the stream
in
and the waterfall. They all made it themselves.
That's really
so
cool.
Beautiful.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Also in the vulture aviary, I think that's a beautiful thing about the vulture aviary. There's they made it look like there was a stream once, and they put all these skulls in it.
Yeah,
these are nice details.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we're getting to Congo Square. We're gonna do a brief walk by the edge of Africa as well. But yeah, we have a bunch of new food stands around here. The bar.
Congo, yeah. Nice.
Had lots of nice details. And then we have what is now the pelican enclosure. Used to be for the sea lions, of course.
I think the pelicans are also gone.
Are they also gone? Really?
Yep.
Oh, already updated.
Out. Yes.
Oh, so now it's empty.
Not all of them, but they're supposed to all of them out.
Didn't work out, or?
No, unfortunately, yeah. There should be an aviary, of course, over it.
Yeah.
And this is I really it hurts me a little every time I'm going here, because it was one of my first projects in the safari park, the sea lion enclosure, and yeah, I do fancy it as a bay. Like, I think it would be a great place, for example, for the penguins. And when the sea lions were in there, it was also nice, but it's only a phase 1, because actually it's the separation of the exhibit, because the water safari obviously is the exhibit. And now we put the pelicans in here, and the pelicans, they're all so low, it doesn't work out as an exhibit on its own.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, Juri, what's the part of Beekse Bergen you like the most, and did building it like this changed your mind on things like this?
Ooh, that's a difficult question. I think my favorite part right now is probably the Black Rhino area. Just thanks to those sidelines with the wild dogs, the underground feel, I think is captured really well there. I loved building it as well and figuring out how those sidelines worked. Yeah, I don't know. I love so much about this zoo. It's so difficult. But yeah, that area in particular really stands out to me. But when it comes to the recreation, then you get things like the Okapi stall, Mugunda. These kinds of buildings are just such a fun puzzle to get all the details in and to make it as accurate as possible. So from the point of view of doing the recreation, those are just really, really fun as well. But really, I just love the whole zoo so much.
That's nice. It's a good answer. I like that you even all the details like the wooden vulture, the bald eagle.
Yeah, and this is just one of the most beautiful views in the park, right?
That's nice. Huh?
Yeah, it's beautifully done, and it's beautifully redone as well. I also really fancy this place. I actually have to be honest that I don't come in this part of the park quite often. I think maybe it might be over a year since I've been here.
Heck.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Mostly, of course, we are building, and I'm on the building spot, so I do all the new projects. But and then obviously you don't have the time to just visit your zoo. But now that I see it, it's like, I should visit again, and also should see the birds of prey safari once again because.
How do you know what to build here, Jurgen? Because this is the most backstage area there is.
Well, of course, there's lots of great videos of this YouTube series called Safari Report, and also Ranger Request, of course.
So you use videos of that, and then you just look at the background?
Yeah, I just look at what's out here. Of course, you also, with Google Maps, you can see at least where you need to place things, and then take the videos to see roughly what it looks like, and then.
It's quite the commitment.
Yeah, some research required at times, but that's also part of the fun. And yeah, then the penguin enclosure, which sadly is now a little bit closed off.
Avian influenza.
Oh, is that also for influenza?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize.
Partly, and also other diseases.
I thought it was also maybe like stress related.
It's a bird,
Yeah.
so it has to be separated from the public.
Yeah.
Because they really like to be in all the green area here on the left, and they were digging holes in there, but just because no contact with humans allowed with the birds.
Yeah. In the past they didn't really do that very much, right? It was kind of during COVID that they started to come to this side a lot more often, and they started making all their nests like back here.
During COVID they started conquering the whole exhibit. And then afterwards they had to move back.
Yeah, I really like that. This one's always out there. A little nest.
And I think for the penguins it's for the better, because people are crazy.
Yeah. No,
they will just stand in front of a hole and start screaming to the penguin, "Hello, penguin!" They're like, "Whoa!" And the penguin is on his nest, like, "What's happening?"
Yeah. People are sometimes. My faith in humanity is often tested when I'm visiting zoos, sadly. But yeah.
Age of Africa.
You even made the road with the waterfall.
Yes. Yeah, it's difficult because in the game the water can only be put at 1 meter increment heights. So of course normally the left water should be higher than the right one, but yeah, in the game I couldn't make it only a slight difference.
Please tell me that you're also struggling with water and path in this game.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
It doesn't look like it, but
No, especially this area. So this area was built before there were mods that made the pathing easier. So right now I have a mod that lets me do like 1 meter paths or 2 meter paths.
Oh, really?
And it lets you put paths on top of paths. So it basically turns off all the restrictions that the game has. So it lets you do a little bit more crazy things. But
you need to explain to me how to install a mod like this.
I can send you some links. But yeah, this was actually built before then, so it was This was the most difficult area in the zoo because of that.
Look.
But yeah, look there in the ropes.
It looks amazing. Guys, if you are okay with it, I'm gonna leave you here.
Yes, let's do that. Thank you so much for joining, Stijn.
No worries,
Yeah,
I love
thank
to
you
see it.
so much for joining.
It's more of a designer party, of course, but I love
Yeah,
it.
but I also love
I
love hearing all of the stories that you all have with the zoo and with each other as well. So thanks for all those inputs.
It's amazing to see the amount of detail, like literally. And also, like when me and Rick are walking around, we're like, "Oh, this we have to do something about this, or this is not ideal." And I see even all the bad details that are in there. It's
Yeah.
like, but of
To
course, also
Rick's dismay,
all the good
yes.
stuff.
Yeah, that's what I asked Jurgen last time as well. It's like, why don't you redo everything that's not nice? Like, just make it proper and make it nice. And he's like, no, I just want to make an exact replica.
Yeah.
Well, I will say now that I've kind of called the project done for the time being, especially since in probably less than a year, Planet Zoo 2 might be coming out. I might take some time to play around with the completed zoo. Well, first I want to focus on completing my other Planet Zoo project, but if I find time, I want to try and put in some of my own ideas here and there into the Beekse Bergen.
Be crazy.
Yeah.
So now you are rebuilding like my ideas, and then we can review your own ideas in the safari park. What? That would be crazy turnaround.
I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Thank you very much, Jurgen and
Yes,
Rick,
thank you, Stijn.
for having me. Looking forward to see the rest of it. So I'll see it later, probably via Rick.
All right.
Guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
So Rick, you already mentioned a few areas earlier in the zoo that you would like to change. But if you had your way with this Planet Zoo file, you had unlimited budget, what's something you would do?
I really want all the area which is behind this part.
Mm-hmm.
So you see now the hippo exhibit. I think it's one of the poorest exhibits that we have. Mm-hmm. Because it's not safari at all. I think it's way too zoo. There's a lot of cross viewing because you see the visitors on the other side walking on the viewing point. Mm-hmm. I think the building is immense and way too much in your face. And there is a lot of space behind this place, like between the, exactly.
Yeah, all of this pretty much.
Exactly. So now you can see it proper from this side. That it would be very nice to have all of the pond all around Congo to put it all for the hippos. Yeah. And I would really like it to be a kind of a meeting center as well, so that we have an auditorium and make it a real good Congo wetland vibe area. I would really love to redo this part of the zoo. We have made very nice plans for that in the future vision, and I really would like to make that true, because I think hippos are one of the most safari animals which there are, and I think when you see hippos in real life, they are always in such gigantic herds, and that would be great to redo that in the safari park as well, because now obviously we only have 3 hippos. And I don't like the indoor enclosure that much. I think it's not that safari. It's too zoo-ish, I think. It's too like 13 and a dozen zoo.
I think it's also a little bit of a pity that you can't see the hippos from the boat safari, even though that would be kind of the main...
Exactly. No, of course, that would be great to see them from the boat safari. But the thing is that you really have to figure out how that you can make it safe. And also how to immerse the water of the hippos with the water of the safari boat. That would be very nice.
All right, let's continue the tour. So over here we have the fries and snacks stand, which is also outdated already. Something new has popped up over here.
Yeah, also designed by Sam actually, and it's but it is in style of the future vision. So the idea of the storytelling in the safari park is that you start off in the city, and then from the city on you go into nature more and more. So you have the city, then you have the African village, And then in Congo, there must be the spot for the researchers which are lost in the forest.
Oh, okay.
And they are so Congo is going to be a spot where everything is made of scrap items,
Scrap materials,
things. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, and the restaurant itself got a little bit of an upgrade, like 2 or 3 years ago, where the murals got these leaf patterns and stuff.
I actually saw that only, I think, 4 weeks ago.
Oh, it's been there for a while.
Yeah, because
Yes,
I don't ever come in this part of this. Now I was there because we are building this new snack point, and then what I said, I am mostly visiting the building
the construction
spots. And
sites.
of course, I do walk around in the park, but I actually never visit the Congo restaurant. So I was inside for the first time in like years. It's like, wow, some things have changed.
Yeah, it's a bit more modern, I guess. And then the giraffe shop we have as well. Very similar. All these gift shop items. I just reuse them all around.
Yeah, and that's perfectly fine. Wow, but it's there's crazy.
Thanks. So yeah, as we come out of the giraffe shop over here, of course we have the Congo photo, which I'm really happy with, all the details in there as well. And as we turn around from that, we get to the Congo parking lot. Let's have a quick peek there. Of course, here you will be able to get onto the safari bus over here. We got the bus stop. And if you're taking the safari by car, you can park your car here as well to take a break and walk around for a bit. And of course, every big food court needs a backstage area as well. So if we just quickly get through this fence, we can have a peek at the backstage of the Congo Square. This was visible for a little while during COVID, so I was able to recreate it nicely. Then coming back to the giraffe shop, going around the right over here, we see another food stand kind of attached to the Congo restaurant. And to our right, we have the islands of the lowest monkey, which used to be for lemurs, and I think before then even gibbons.
Yeah.
And
Even used to be a playground.
really?
When I was young, there was a bridge to the island on the right side, and there was a playground item on it, which you could swing. Like, it was a green steel swinging item. I remember.
Yeah. And then we have
This is the only
the last cockhouse.
I was so close to finishing it. Oh.
So yeah, just zooming across here because there's not much to see. We're getting up to the sloth bear enclosure over here.
Yeah, it's sloth bear.
And the bridge over here has been closed for a while, sadly.
Yeah. It's unfortunately not safe anymore. So we have to do major maintenance on the bridge. But the thing is that the bears are very old. So
it's only a matter of time before something else might need to happen to the enclosure, I guess.
Yeah, so we actually just cut off the bridge because we don't know how long the bears will be in the safari park still, because they are so old. And I think when the enclosure is empty, that we are going to redo it in more of a Congo species. This is designated as the Congo area, the tropical Africa part of the park in the future.
Yeah, because right now it's kind of this weird Asia spot in the middle of...
Yeah, because it's actually, of course, the former Asian walking route, which was very, very beautiful. Like back in the days when you had 2001, I think it opened, and the sloth bear area was still in this on this side. And there was a sun bear exhibit where the sloth bears are now, and it was so natural and it was so nicely immersive. It was marvelous. And like this enclosure, it was what I liked most about this enclosure. It had 2 viewing spots, one where the bridge is starting and one more or less where the bridge is ending. But you were so completely disorientated that the exhibit, it looked like it was like enormous. Did you see it before it became the?
I did, but back then I was still very little.
Oh, that's
I
such
think
a shame. It was.
the earliest memory I have of this was when I think in 2016 I was visiting Beekse Bergen again with my parents since a very long time, and then I
Yeah.
remember making a joke like, "Oh, look, it's a giraffe," because there was a crane standing in this enclosure. I think that's when the reconstruction was starting.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, 2016 we redid this exhibit, but I think it's a very, very poor. It was a poor improvement.
Mm. Yeah.
Not because I didn't design it, but because I liked it so much how it was before. Because this, for example, this exhibit, it's now way too big.
Yeah,
It's only with
you
the four
rarely see the
buffaloes.
animals. Yeah.
So and that's very good because that's very safari. But this could be so much more than that it is now.
Hmm.
And I remember that it was my one of the first projects. I started as a designer in 2016, and then this project was the sloth bear enclosure was just finished, and then the project for 2017 was called Area ABC, which was the forest, the desert, and the giraffe
Right.
exhibit because we had to improve it for the safari resort, which was going to be built in 2018.
Right, then next up we get to my favorite animal, the red panda. Their enclosure is kind of attached to this one with a similar style of walls in the back. And here the elevated walkway was also removed recently. So yeah, this bit over here is no longer there. This is a little outdated.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this is still pretty nice enclosures. I like that they have quite a bit of space. The trees are growing in nicely, so you can find them in there often.
Yeah, we did put a lot of green in it because the former exhibit for the red pandas, we always called it the Iron Curtain because of all the steel around it. We moved them to this exhibit when the tapirs come, because it used to have tapirs, and before that it used to be the male exhibit for the sun bears. And then you had a very nice immersion as well from this exhibit to the female exhibit, where now this wall is with the gates in it. There was like a U-shaped moat of concrete. It was very, very immersive exhibit. It was so nice. It's such a shame that it's gone.
Yeah, what I do like here a lot is the pandas are often sitting up in these branches, and you can take really good photos of them when they're there.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
It's
I think it's one of the more bushy, and that's why nice exhibits for red pandas.
Yeah, and then on the other side we have now the lemurs. This was for a very brief moment. This was for the Brazza monkey, but I think that didn't work out.
No. Because they are very, very good swimmers, so they just escaped. Yeah. Unfortunately, because it was very, very nice to have the Brazza monkeys in that.
Yeah, I think it's a pity that they're now only able to be viewed from the boat safari, and you can't view them that well from it.
The visibility is very, very poor in the boat safari, so we should redo that as well.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, then we walk by what used to be the red panda exhibit. Then
there's
two mounds
so
over
nice.
here.
Really had to search for them in all these green trees, so it was so nice.
Yeah, and actually something similar is in the upcoming habitat. Here we are at the habitat for the okapis and the dik-dik. And yeah, these exhibits are just so nice, especially in summer when the grass is nice and long. You really have to search for the dik-dik.
Yeah, that's true. I like it as well. But yeah, this is the first time that we did actually some theming in the safari park. It was built in 2013. I actually have to say that I don't really like the hook up ish. It's like a abno-niche, I think, always. It's a very, very... this, of course...
Oops. I don't know what's happening.
Something went terribly wrong.
Please go back.
But it's actually inspired on a very North African architecture, and that's, I think,
That doesn't really fit.
No, that's a bit of a shame because it really looks like it should be a desert stable or something, right?
Mhm.
That would be making more sense than this. So the okapi would obviously also be in my sandbox mode on the other side of the path in the big
Yeah.
forest, which is now empty.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, do you see the okapi in the front, and then you see the dromedary camels in the back? This is so
Yeah.
very, very weird.
Yeah, or the ostriches like to stand around this fence as well. But still, for the animals, it's definitely a really nice enclosure. I think this is one of the bigger okapi enclosures I've seen, and definitely for the dik-dik, it's probably the biggest. So that's just really nice.
Yeah. It does. Is this really, Julian?
Hmm?
Is this tree really growing here?
Maybe it's not as extreme as I have it here, or it might have already been trimmed, but I probably put it here for a reason.
We really should bring the greenkeeper in it then, because it's one of the only viewing spots.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially now that the other one's closed, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it's as bad in real life. I probably placed it wrong or something. But yeah, moving along, here we get to the staff path that leads to that area that is so full of potential, I suppose.
Yeah. There's so much potential there. This is actually one of the oldest parts of the park still remaining. Huh? The hyena exhibit and the lion exhibit, these are actually still the same as when I was a child.
With a couple of changes, of course. The fence had to be redone after it was destroyed by a storm, and one of the hyenas escaped for a moment. That was spooky.
Yeah, that's true. And but I really fancy this hyena exhibit, and I also like this lion exhibit. This especially since that the gates, excuse me, the fences in the back are lowered so much. That
you can just see the cars.
So nice immersive viewing. This is
really well done. Again, just like with the black rhinos, where you hear guests like, "Oh, how can't the rhinos get to you?" One time there was a photographer got out of their car to take pictures of the lions, which not really allowed. But yeah, you're not in the exhibit, but people were genuinely worried, like, "Oh no, he's standing in the lion exhibit. What is he doing?" So yeah, it works really well. That's the best compliments that you can get, of course, for your designs, when people are genuinely thinking that the fences aren't there and stuff like that. And yeah, here as well, you get such great views of the lions when they come close to the windows.
Yeah, we should replace the windows. I think last time I saw they are very they are a little bit scratched on by the lion.
Up. Yeah, that tends to happen.
This exhibit was just finished just before I was in charge of the design. And so one of the first days I was a designer, they were putting these stones in the lion exhibit, and I had to say how I wanted the stones to be. And I still remember that was very weird, because there was a huge crane and there was these huge rocks, and I was suddenly the person who had to say how I wanted it to be.
Put it there. Well, I think you did a good job. It's a really nice centerpiece.
Yeah, but because it used to be a wooden structure. It was very, very ugly wooden structure, and these rocks, these giant rocks, they were from the expo in Haarlemmermeer, and there used to be Floriade, and there was a kind of an amphitheater, and there were these giant rocks, and we just brought them to the Beekse Bergen when we were building a resort, to put them in the lion enclosure. So this lion enclosure, and also the two lion enclosures in the
so you mainly brought them for the resort, and then you thought, oh, we have the rocks anyway, let's also put them here.
Yeah, and it should be a kind of a shelter for the lions as well, but it's mostly for shade. It's when it's raining, I don't think they have a lot on it.
Yeah, but they do like to sit on top of it as well often, so that's always fun. Yeah, and then the hyena enclosure has many different viewpoints throughout it.
Yeah, this is actually quite a shame that this wooden thing is here. It used to be when I was young, there was just
Are you on the ground?
a pavement until the glass, and there was a giant hyena head which you can press the nose,
That's
and then you heard the typical voice of Erik van Vliet telling about the hyena.
Oh, really? Did it used to be Erik van Vliet? 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember it being a female voice.
Yeah. The voice was replaced, I think, in 2015 or something, because they renewed the audio installation, and then the original file went missing.
Oh, what a pity!
They had to redo it, and then they chose the female voice. But I didn't like it as much as the Erik van Vliet voice.
Yeah, Erik has such an iconic voice. Yeah, I would love to hear the original. Oh, what a shame.
That was great. It was something like, ja, beste kinderen, jullie weten vast wel wat wij zijn. Wij zijn de gevlekte hyenas.
I can totally picture it. There was a video from Dierenpark Amersfoort of Erik talking about his designs there. And just the way he talks about the Dassenburg and het konijnenhol. It cracks me up every time. Just the excitement in his voice. It's so much fun. Yeah. Then coming up, we've got probably the ugliest toilet building in the park. You've talked about this before, right? That this was something you really wanted to change, and you started making this. This is what started you out as a designer, basically, right?
Oops! Yeah. Oh, that's so funny you mentioned that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Back when I was a ranger, and I still remember that they put this thing in there, and I just dropped off all sketches at the manager's desk of how to improve it. And still, it has not been...
It's still here. They didn't listen.
No, all of the park is touched, but except for the one toilet building. This is actually quite nice. We redid this walking route among the gorilla islands.
Yeah, it also used to be a lot more elevated. Well, it used to be up here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I always hated that. I thought, why the distance is so big, and you don't have the feeling of a gorilla being the massive animal it is. And actually, the bridge that was here, that bridge was done. So they asked me to redesign the bridge, and then I said, can't we use the money to get rid of the bridge and all of the walking route and put the route down?
Yeah, because this pathway was already here pretty much. It was just for keepers.
Yeah, and it was only grass. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you used to be like this indeed, and there was a bridge, more or less where you were standing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this walking route. I like it.
Yeah. It brings you way closer to the animals.
Yeah.
I'd actually almost forgotten about the old situation, so that just shows it wasn't very memorable.
But it's planting that was poorly eaten by rabbits. So we did very, very nice jungle plants. I really like to put plants in the areas, like more or less the feeling of a jungle or a savanna or something like that. And we had the very, very nice oak-leafed hortensias, but they were all eaten by the rabbits. That's a shame.
Yeah. When you design, like, you have a lot of say in which plants and stuff. Do you work together with the gardeners?
No, I do the planting designs as well. So I also do choose the species of plants, and I make the planting plans, and I tell the greenkeepers what to plant.
Yeah. Here we have an awesome view as well with the giraffes, the zebra, and then the resort in the background.
Yeah, I really like this, that you have the gorillas and then you make this huge, like this zigzag, and then you have this viewing. That I really like it as well.
It's a really nice reveal, right? As you come around the corner, and it's like, oh wow.
Yeah. And actually, at this point, you are entering the Beekse Bergen National Park again. So there should be something like a sign or something.
Mm-hmm. It's so interesting to hear that you have this whole vision kind of already planned out, and now it's just a matter of putting it everywhere, implementing it.
It can't be done all at once, so it just takes some time. But
takes some time in phases. Pick it along whenever something comes up, right?
This also really nice.
Yeah. I really like how this came out.
This was done in 2 phases, of course, because we first did the Rhino plains, and then we put the springbok in this area, and then after we did Mugunda, so then
Yeah.
we could finish the springbok
Yeah.
area. But the rock wall that you see there is, I think, the most expensive rock wall of all of the safari park, because it completely had to be done in concrete, because they were building it under the water level. So
Right.
and now there's a slide waterfall. Oh, nice, you made it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a really nice detail. It took a long time for this to finally be filled with water, right?
Yeah.
Because the mode of the rhinos was dry for a long time as well. And I knew it was planned, but yeah, it took like a year or two before it finally was turned on.
That's true. That's true. Actually, there was something with it. What was it? I think it was leaking. I remember that. It was leaking to the dry mode of the rhinos.
Oh,
So,
okay. So on
It
the
was
other side.
leaking through this rock wall.
Through this
here,
rock wall,
you
yeah.
see, and it was leaking through it to that side. So we put a lot of effort in it to close that fully down, so that the water was running under the bridge.
Right.
And the bridges, which are actually the bridges which were on the savannah of the zebras and the wildebeest.
Yeah, these were recycled indeed. Yeah. It's also fun. Alright. Yeah, then over here the hut that was turned into a smoking area for sadly.
Yeah, I still don't know why.
Yeah, it's a real pity. It would have been nicer if they could have made a separate area like they did at Congo and the
There
entrance.
should be. Well, I forgot to design it then when we did the African village.
Ah, so it's your fault.
Oh, this playground's so.
Yeah, it's very bright.
They used to be on the safari camping. These.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then we built a resort, so then we put it here because obviously there was the dip and top house before.
I can't say I'm familiar with the dip and dup house. I guess that was before my time. But yeah, over here we have, of course, the older elephant enclosure, which is still there and still shared with the Hamadryas baboon, which we have in the game now. And as we continue walking down here, we get to yet another one of these areas where the wooden walkway has been removed and replaced with a brick one.
That's true, and then we put the wet mode all the way around.
Yeah.
Now you see the Cape Buffalo exhibit, which was actually the first exhibit I fully designed myself. It was an awesome year because we did the ABC project, like I mentioned, so the forest area and the desert area, and we did the sea lions, and we did the Cape Buffalo.
Right.
It was all in my first year. It was quite of a few dope.
Really, throwing you into the deep end.
Yeah.
Right away. Yeah, and here as well, you get some views of Mugunda in the distance. I really like that it's such a centerpiece, and from Mugunda as well, you have so many different views of different animals.
Yeah.
It's really great. Yeah, and here you get the closest you can from the walking route to the buffalo.
Yeah, the buffalo area. That's also something which should be redone.
It was one of your first projects, and you are looking back at it like, oh, what did I do? Or...
No, well, the Cape buffaloes were, when they came to the safari park, they were on the plains among the giraffes and the zebras, and then they had because there were some accidents with the Cape buffaloes and the zebras not getting along that good, so they got a smaller area on the plains, but it was very, very small. So in 2016, I think it was a very nice project because they have like 5-6 times the space they had before. But yeah, it's not that you say, oh wow, buffalo, like it's not a wow exhibit. You can make
it's just
way
kind
more.
of part. It's kind of part of the landscape.
Yeah, and then
More of an accent, another feature.
Yeah, and in the initial design, they were planned on Elephant Valley as well. Where the hyenas are now, that was the designated spot for the Cape buffaloes.
Oh, really? And now we're kind of entering the backstage lane of the zoo. Shit.
Yeah, this used to be a service road actually.
Yeah. Yeah, this used to be a dead end right up to that viewing area of the giraffes, right? And then it...
Yeah, true. And when we built the elephant
stall.
stables,
Yeah.
then we made it a route all the way along.
Yeah, well, we can also enter here. Looks like the giraffe is sleeping.
All the animals are sleeping inside. It's so nice. Yeah, this is not one of the jewels, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it as much because it's okay. It's the backstage. I kind of like that you don't shy away from showing the backstage in the Beekse Bergen. The same with the Okapi. It's like, yeah, this is the facilities that we have to. This is what we need to keep the animals.
Yeah.
We're gonna be honest about that. We're not going to fruitify it. It's like, yeah, this is just how you keep them.
Yeah. But there's something to say about that.
Yeah, and we have the elephant stall as well, which has now doubled in space in the back that we can't
We
see.
really have to repaint the walls, right?
Yeah, I think it's part scratch. I think it's also dust and stuff is gathering in between the cracks between the thing. But yeah.
Yeah, this visitor space that I designed when I was still an doing my internship, and I did this part. You see now, like the jeep and rock bench. That was my part of the design, and the other part was done by Natasha, by the former. She really wanted to have this crate, and also the menu, and the compass you see in the ground. That was. Oh, I was furious about that because the guy who did the concrete floor, he did it on his own purpose. Like he just did it without any way of talking it through or we knowing that he was going to do it. He just did it.
Oh, he just thought, oh, I want to have a compass here. And
Yeah, and I just don't understand why. There's no context at all. Why should you put that there? It's just... Oh.
It's funny how you can't control everything, right? Things just kind of happen sometimes.
Wow. Accurate.
Yeah. Even the backstage. Yeah. I think I even did the interior of this stall thanks to some Safari Report episodes.
Crazy, the details. Even the roofing it is just...
As it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean this helps because I've actually been on here. I did the backstage tour once, so I.
Okay.
And, they take you here. They take you to the other side, to the resort stalls as well. The elephant stalls I didn't quite have the space to do properly, sadly, so I didn't do all of the inside of that. But then yeah, this is kind of a dead zone of the zoo, right? Mostly backstage. Only this one random enclosure for the not the Red River Hog anymore, just the mongoose now.
Yeah, they are going to Zoopark Overload.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
In the new Giveaway. Yeah. We weren't allowed to have them together anymore because the government said the Red River Hogs are preventing the mongooses from having their natural behavior because they, of course, dig the holes. And pigs are
they're destroying them.
Yes. Yeah, they are destroying the holes then. So that's why we weren't allowed to put them together anymore.
Oh, that's interesting because that was a mix you see quite a lot actually.
Yeah, I think we are not agreeing with it as well, but yeah, the government says we have to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have the bull yard for the elephants, which is also a little outdated now. I saw that you improved the rock walls a little bit recently.
Yeah, we had some great discussions about that, and it was also during time and budget issues. So I said maybe we can also do the upper part of the walls, and we'll finish the rest with painting. But it really worked out very, very bad and very poor.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
But because we did because the water hole was never the waterhole was also going to be in spray concrete, but it was never finished. So I used that amount of money, which was reserved for the waterhole, to redo all the other walls.
Right. Yeah, they look a lot better nowadays.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did that. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you didn't do any planting around the elephant area, aren't you?
I thought I did. I mean, I just follow my references, basically.
I also mentioned it at the aviary of the savannah. There was also no plants around that.
There was some. I guess I haven't touched them up with the recent planting, because this was I was building this as it was being built in real life. So I guess I built it with reference photos where it had only just been planted, and nowadays, of course, it's a lot more grown in.
Yeah.
So that must be why. But yeah, that's what you get when, that's the challenge in building a zoo, of course. It's constantly evolving and things are constantly happening. But yeah, now we are back at the Elephant Valley. We haven't looked at the tunnel yet. That's a really cool feature, of course, where the elephants can pass over.
Yeah, actually, I do think so, but of course the elephants walking over the public is very, very nice, but the spray concrete in here is also not. I think the thing what's going over the path, that is very nice, and I also like the inside, but the two sides, like the front sides of the walls, the spray concrete is not done very, very nice, and that's my own fault because I designed it this way, but I don't fancy it.
Yeah, I can see what you mean. I always thought the middle part was also just not that great. The top part definitely it blends in so well with the rest. But yeah,
I think it's too, the structure it just doesn't fit, and you also see it when you in your recreation. You also see it once again. The inside, I really want to have some education about layers in the earth.
Oh, so that's why it's colored that way.
Yeah, but we never put the sign in.
Right. That explains a lot. I always wondered why it was colored that way.
Because actually, these are the layers which we have in the ground in the safari park.
Right. Yeah, you saw that, of course, when you were digging the moats.
Yes, and I thought, that would be so nice to tell something about.
Yeah, that would be cool, indeed. So yeah, we can get some more views of the Elephant Valley over here, but let's start making our way back to the entrance via. Oh yeah, of course we still have this old shack over here.
Yeah. Oh. Should have demolished it back then, but.
And then we have the last remaining elevated pathway that we mentioned before.
The only one who is going to stay there forever.
Yeah, remnants of the past.
You do, of course, have the cross here with the bus safari and the car safari.
Yeah, and the animals.
I don't mind it to be one elevated path. It's also people really like to be higher up because they have a feeling that they can see further.
Yeah,
but you're giving
and
away...
especially here you have a very long sideline, of course, with
that's
all the way up to the
that's
the
nice.
black rhinos. Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Okay.
Inside the elevator.
Yeah, and then over there is of course the entrance of the car safari. This is definitely the oldest part of the recreation, at least. Like the last part that I didn't really do much to improve recently. So it's a little bit flat and empty, but yeah, it gets the point across. This is such a nice tree over here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
This was my favorite part of the light safari, especially the first time with all the butterflies in the tree here. That was a really cool thing. That was one thing I appreciated about the light safari. I'm not the biggest fan, especially as a day visitor. I always think it's, I don't know, ruin is a big word, but it ruins the experience as a day visitor a little bit.
And not everyone is a fan of the light safari.
I can understand why you wouldn't be. But yeah, over here we have the enclosure for the African leopard or the Persian leopard.
This also really has to be done. Huh? Now it's also the leopards are also very old, so that's why it's still here in the way it is. But
it's better to just wait until. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they're gone, we're going to redo a very, very nice and proper exhibit for the leopards, I hope. Because these are also animals, like, they're so immense. You should get so much respect for these animals.
Yeah, I agree. And then, we have the other chimpanzee island here.
Well, very well done.
Thanks. Yeah, this one also got a couple of upgrades recently. I think some new climbing frames. The edge of the moat was redone because it started to sag a little bit. So just small updates are being made. And then over here on the right we also have a new path that was added for the light safari, I think. And then this is probably my favorite area of the recreation. Mainly because I got some help inside with the all of the details inside. And it was really fun to figure out the proper layout and everything. But I had a friend, shout out to Carlos, who made all of these taxidermies. And they are completely made out of all of these small pieces. It's a true work of art.
Easy.
I don't understand how he did it. I could not copy it. It is absolutely insane, but it looks so nice.
Very nice.
And I think the Vriendenkraal definitely deserves it. They do so much amazing work here.
Yeah, I think they deserve a way, way better place than this. This is like where this was built because the former Vriendenkraal was in the African village, where now the Kahawa coffee stand is, and then they rebuilt this. And it actually was you can see it in the floor actually. It was only this part where the tiger is standing, and then they put the other two huts near. And they attached a roofing between these three huts. But these three huts actually stood at the entrance of the safari restaurant when it was still there. They just moved these huts there and they put walls on it. And now it's a kraal, but they deserve so much more. Distinctive like the
when Maburu gets its expansion, there's probably room for it.
Of course, yeah.
Also, one thing I actually forgot to mention when we were at the entrance before. Last time we toured the zoo, you said something about the lamps on this Bao building.
The one thing I really get annoyed with every time I see it is these lamps above the mural. And the left one is a little pointed to the inside of the mural and the other one is pointing straight down. And I badly want to climb this building and put the other one down straight down as well. Because this happened because a bird flew to it once and nobody put it back. So,
is that they fixed the lights. They were both pointing straight.
Finally. Yeah, that's true.
So we've basically seen the entire zoo now, but there are a couple more things that we can check out. Let's head towards the entrance of the car safari now, which is also built pretty nicely. And this is also an area that expands the Muburu storyline a little bit.
Yeah, it's a bit of the township of Maburu. There's the other jeep, you see. Mama Ashanti.
And then we have the entrance, which got a little bit of reinforcement. And then here we have the Muburu tires and garages and things like that.
Yeah.
So this is supposed to be township then?
Yeah, well, it's like the township of the city. So actually, there must be way more things like the tire service part. I like the most because of all that's very storytelling wise, very nice thing, and all the rest of it isn't that storytelling wise good, except for the Mapambo Depot Frankie Laki. the sign on the underneath the roofing. That's because one of my dear colleagues, Frank, he has his storage there. He's doing all the Christmas decorations and stuff, and the storage of that is in this cabin. And the sign says that it's the storage of Frank. But that is Swahili.
Nice. Yeah, and then back here, there's a little bit of detailing in all of the offices. And especially because I've been when I was doing my internship, I was inside of here a lot. So I did make the ranger building in quite a lot of detail. So we can go into here and we have
unbelievable
the couch and all the walkie-talkies, of course. Kampala sign. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to show.
Wow.
Some really nice stuff.
Sick. Great.
But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I think we've looked at just about everything.
Crazy again.
Thank you so much.
Unbelievable. You did an incredible job because you did just such an exact recreation of that what is, and it's crazy to walk around in a zoo and you're actually walking through your own head, but seeing it on screen and seeing someone recreating what has been created from my head is sick. It's like it's like immersive experience, but then it's crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know what else to say, because the first time I saw a video of building the Beekse Bergen, I thought, what the fuck? It's really good to do this. You will never finish this, but you did. Wow!
Yeah.
So all the credit. You did a real good job.
I will say for now, I'm done updating it, especially with Planet Zoo 2 on the horizon. I want to finish my other things a little bit as well. And,
Understand
I
completely.
think in Planet Zoo 2 I'm going to focus mostly on my own things, like making my own designs. So
that's very, very important. Please use your creativity. But I think because by redoing things, you get into a lot of the tricks that you use in zoo design, and I'm looking very forward to your ideas on the Safaripark, and it would be lovely to see what you want to make of it, and how you use the tricks to redo your own Safaripark. I can't wait to see it. Would be lovely to visit that again.
Yes, we'll definitely be in touch when the time comes.
All right.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you also for inviting Stijn. That was a lot of fun as well.
Stijn and I are completely amazed by the stuff that you are building, and Stijn also likes to play the Planet Zoo game, so I thought it was a nice idea to invite him as well. So thank you for having us as well. It's a pleasure to see, really. So all of the best luck with doing the recreation, with upgrading the recreation, your own style, and once again, I'm looking forward to see what you make of it.
Great.
It'd be great.
Well, thanks again, and thanks everyone for watching as well. And I'll see you around in the next one.
So bye.
And there you have it. That was the end of the Season 2 tour of Safaripark Beekse Bergen in Planet Zoo. I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if things felt a bit rushed near the end. After 2 hours of recording, I felt like everyone was a bit tired, so I might have gone a bit more quickly for everything. I'm so happy I got to share this project with you all, and it was so much fun hearing Rick and Stijn's insights on how all of these zoo areas came together, the hurdles they had to overcome, but also just fun facts and history of the safari park, and here and there we even got an idea of the things that they might want to change in the future. I don't believe any of those were actual confirmations of what we will see in the near future. I think these were mainly things that Rick himself would like to change, so only time can tell if he actually gets his way. But it was super cool to hear the vision that they have for the park, and I think it's safe to say that the park is in good hands. Anyway, enough rambling for me. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye!